A single surgical kit intended for triage was all that was available at the final inn, despite your efforts to find more. It'll have to be enough. Your companions have proven themselves deadly, but also fragile. The chains of denial will test them, but it has to be enough. If not, what more is there to be said? You'll just wake up alone again in a wagon anyway. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Lokioran. And here we are at the Mountain of Denial with our formation, the Backup. As we collect our positive relationships. We've had a very strong, positive relationship run. So we're definitely expecting to see some good performance here. We do have a single triage kit for healing, so we can basically pull one person back from Death's Door. Other than that, we do have our one skip turn for healing, but that's it. Now the good news is we do have 100, 190, 120. So we are pretty well equipped from a stun resistance standpoint, so I'm confident that the chains aren't going to be able to stun us. So really, it's just a matter of not taking too much damage in this cultist fight. But assuming we get through this cultist fight with relatively good health, we should be good for the end here. Alrighty. Because it amuses me. Solo? Get the full suite of buffs. Good. Anyone but the Jester getting targeted works for me there.
Anxiety foments insidious fears.
Nice. So it does look like we're going to get to finale the big guy out of existence. There we go. That was basically a one shot. And that's an execution. This does seem like kind of a free flèche, so we may as well.
Agony by accumulation. A little help impeccably timed.
May as well just put that in. A crit there technically gets the execution, but, pretty unlikely that we see that. And there's the death anyway.
A petty hindrance.
I mean, it doesn't really matter what we do because the Grave Robber's just going to finish the job here. There we go.
Another impediment cleared with impunity.
All right. Haven't really been paying attention to the decimal system triggering. If first in turn order, plus 5% damage for one battle. So it is just stacking over time that our characters are getting stronger and stronger. Yeah. Okay. I mean, there's nothing else to do, so we may as well just push this. Our skills are set up. Like, yeah, there's not a lot not a lot to modify here. This formation's pretty much started and finished the same way, kind of geared up for the Chains of Denial fight. So let's just do this. Let's just smack this thing. Oh, denial of reason. Oh no. All right. So I do know for a fact it's got to be the melee lock first. We have to get rid of this melee lock. All of these things do stuff when we crit. So I'm actually going to repartee here. Purely to try to avoid eating that combo point. Oh, please. Please let me have the vulnerable there, too. Having the vulnerable there, too, would be just absolutely the coolest. Nice. Denial of healing. Another good thing to get nice and early when it's not relevant. All right. 41, finale. Start getting our damage running here. But I do need to make sure that this lock dies. Five to 7. Yeah, it's got to be. The melee lock just turns off way too much of our formation. Now that is kind of, there is some strategy to say don't take the melee lock out first because of that 20% damage buff it gives the others. But I think given that our formation is basically just like 80% melee damage, we need to be a little bit more careful about that. Now it's a little bit more open which one we go after. I think we probably leave the ranged lock for last because it's probably the least material to my thing. Because that only affects Audrey, and she can take a turn off if she has to.
What is it then that gazes back so intently from the abyss?
On the other hand, this is kind of annoying too, isn't it? Yeah, we can Razor's Wit. Got 2 different combo points to play with now. No healing, you say? Well, that's quite all right.
Empowered, emboldened.
We'll just solo and kind of working them all down at the same time here. We'll probably pop the ranged lock and the healing lock in the same turn, which will be next turn. And the stress lock isn't that far behind. So there goes the healing lock, which lets it heal for 18, which is fine because this lock is comboed and vulnerable. And that's that lock gone. Ooh, Death's Door, you say. And a meltdown from Audrey. Well, good news. I value Audrey more than... Or good news for Audrey, bad news for Sahar. I value Audrey a lot more than I value Sahar right now. Not that it matters, but there you go. Denial of reason, the least impactful. And this, I mean, at this point, this is pretty much just a confirmed kill. Like we're not losing at this point. The only question is what is going to kill this thing first, and the answer is apparently Sahar's crit, and we'll give her the fléché. There we go. The Chains of Denial down. Another win in the books, this time the backup. Next time, we'll be taking out one of the requested formations. I'm not sure yet if it's going to be Health and Wealth or the Burning Stars, but it will be one of them. I haven't decided which zone we're going to face yet, but, you know, that's part of the fun. We'll figure that out. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this run of the backup. See you next time.